Healing shattered trust over Grenfell could take a generation, says New. Anger and divisions between the public and politicians could take years to repair after the Grenfell fire, the new leader of Kensington and Chelsea Council has admitted. Elizabeth Campbell labelled the blaze and aftermath as a disaster of national proportions and feared that there had been considerable damage done by the horrific incident. Just 14 Grenfell Tower families have accepted the offer of new permanent homes. At least 80 people are thought to have died in the fire last month. The new leader of Kensington Council, Elizabeth Campbell. She told the Evening Standard that she accepted people's anger, but she hoped that over time we're able to heal the wounds and able to come together as a community so we can move forward. Mrs. Campbell, 55, who cut short her holiday to come back to London, also welcomed the government's decision to send in a task force to take over the running of key services such as housing and community relations. Sadiq Khan, the London mayor, has called for external commissioners to take over the whole council, but that option is off the table for the moment. "We cannot cope as a small borough on our own," she said, as she admitted that her biggest challenge would be to get it right for the victims of the blaze. The council have been slammed for repeated organizational failings in the aftermath of the incident. More than 80 people are thought to have perished in the terrible fire at the West London Tower block last month, and police say they may not be able to identify the remains of everyone until the end of the year. She promised a review of what went wrong in those first few days to ensure the council is open and transparent about its failings. "If there's anything outside the public inquiry, once we know that we can help with, we will," she said. A firefighter looks at the floral tributes left by the Latimer Community Centre before a minute's silence near to Grenfell Tower in June. $7 million home being offered to Grenfell Tower survivors. Mrs. Campbell promised to get it right for the victims. Authorities were criticized again this week when it emerged that just 14 families had accepted homes after Theresa May promised to rehouse everyone in a temporary place within 3 weeks. Ministers claimed this was because some of them were too traumatized to make a decision on where to live yet, and that others had said they did not want to move until they were offered a permanent place. Some had been offered place within view of Grenfell Tower, or had concerns over the location. Mrs. Campbell said, "Imagine if it's you and you have 3 kids, 2 of whom are missing, and somebody says we're going to offer you a 2-bedroom flat. You say, well, that's great, but I've got 2 missing children." Yesterday Housing Minister Alok Sharma broke down in tears in the Commons after delivering an update on Grenfell Tower to MPs. His voice faltered as he said the tragedy should never have happened and he would do all he could to ensure it never happens again. Housing Minister Alok Sharma shed tears in the Commons during Grenfell Tower statement.